Wow. What a moment. Matthew Charles is with me now. Such a pleasure to have you.
Okay, thank you for having me here.
January 3rd, when you walked out of prison, was really the beginning of the rest of your life.
Oh, yes, it was.
And then you end up at the State of the Union last night. What was that moment for you like, Matthew, when the president said, and I know it struck me watching, welcome home?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, it was like almost as equivalent to being released from prison.
Really?
Because the welcome home, to hear that society was on board with giving me a second chance was just amazing to hear.
Do you feel welcomed?
I do feel welcome, much so.
A lot of people don't know their first introduction to you was last night. But you actually went to the White House last week, before the State of the Union.
That's correct.
To meet with some members of Congress.
That's correct.
Tell me about that.
Last week, we were invited to meet some of the sponsors of the First Step Act, and we went over to the Senate as well as to the Congress and met some supporters and sponsors of the bill. And then we were invited to the White House to meet Jared Kushner, who was also very supportive and instrumental in getting that bill passed.
What did he say to you?
He just was telling me that he was thanking me for you being able to utilize my story to present that the bill should be passed to give these guys, our inmates, a second chance. So I was very pleased to hear that he had used my situation.
You have a daughter,
Yes, I do.
33-year-old daughter. You have 2 grandchildren.
Yes, I do.
One of them a 3-year-old little girl.
3-year-old boy.
3-year-old boy.
And a 13-year-old.
And a 13-year-old girl.
Okay.
Can't get that wrong. What do you want to do with the rest of your life?
Well, my heart's passion is to help the poor and the homeless and single-parent families. God instilled that in me along with my transformation in 1996. So that is one of my primary focuses. But the ability to be able to have a platform to speak about criminal justice reform, since I was incarcerated for 22 years, I want to take advantage of that situation and speak on behalf of those that have also changed, that don't have anybody speaking on their behalf.
Tell me about the work you're doing on that front.